BYOD, that stands for Bring Your Own Device. People are increasingly opting to use their personal cell phones for work instead of company issue. And that's created a new set of problems for businesses, from how to secure the phones to how to network them. Zenprise is a company dedicated to solving those problems. I'm joined now by their CEO, Jayaram Bhat, and Corey is here as well. So first of all, Jay, how have all of these hack attacks that have been happening around the world caused you to take a closer look at your security plan? Have you been reevaluating?
Absolutely. As you mentioned, what's happening is that employees are bringing their own devices and they're connecting to the network. They can be iPhones, iPads, Android devices, BlackBerry, and others. And those can create a big security threat because it connects to the enterprise. And you have to protect the enterprise by securing those devices.
But usually the approach of a lot of companies is you can't bring it, you can't use it. We'll tell you what you can use and how you can use it. Your company has tried to create security, and I think it's really interesting, allowing employees to use their interests and their creativity to find the right devices, just making those devices safe within a corporate network.
Absolutely. That's how they started. IT organizations said, no, you can't bring that device. But the CEO brought a iPad that he just got for Christmas and said, figure out how to connect it. And I sign your paycheck, you better figure out how. Once the CEO started using it, everybody else followed.
Exactly. So are employees wanting to use iPhones and Androids over BlackBerries? I mean, what are the trends that you're seeing?
All of them. Actually, it's like a big tsunami. It's like somebody pulled the finger out of the dike, and all these phones and devices are coming over the side of the enterprise. And everybody, so people are essentially letting employees bring, in many cases, any device they want, and it creates a security hole.
Now, how vulnerable are mobile devices, in particular, to cyber threats, cyber hacks?
Very vulnerable, because, although there hasn't been any huge, very famous attacks yet. But think about it, if you just download a crazy game on your mobile device, start using it in the office, that could be potentially a backdoor into your enterprise data.
Now, what's the next frontier where you think that hackers are going to go after?
Well, hackers are going to go after the possible ways to get into the enterprise through the mobile devices, the iPhones, iPads, Android devices, and others. And the BlackBerry had good security. The other devices had less so. And what you need to do is to protect that. And that's absolutely the next frontier. You know, with all the computers going away, being replaced by, instead of these laptops, these smart devices connecting through the networks, that's the problem.
Now, are there any particular aspects of mobile devices that are more vulnerable than others? Like we were talking to an expert who said that hackers can get in through Gmail and Facebook on a desktop. Is it similar on your phone?
Well, there have been some studies, no attacks yet, but there have been some studies that showed vulnerabilities in the browser that runs on your device. For example, on Android and even BlackBerry devices, I recently found. No one has exploited it yet, but there's a threat.
Well, and once they know where those are the holes are. And it strikes me also that the cloud is just a place waiting for us. More and more people put their documents on the cloud. Well, I mean, the cloud seems like it exists, so you can work at home and work at work on the same documents.
The cloud creates another set of vulnerabilities. For example, somebody just found out that Android devices sync with Google every time you turn it on, and that apparently can create a vulnerability that they can grab that data as it goes up into the cloud.
So what are you guys doing about the cloud?
We are, first of all, making our security software available running on the cloud so that your entire infrastructure can be protected, secured, so that any hacking attacks or any applications that are having a problem can be prevented from doing harm to your data.
Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about your business. You have some big clients, Vodafone, Boeing. What are you doing to recruit other businesses to join your service?
Well, we have, first of all, because of the security threat, the demand in our market is growing extremely quickly. We just moved to a much bigger office in Redwood City. We are increasing...
Right down here in Silicon Valley, for those unaware.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we have doubling our sales force. We can't keep up with the demand.
I'm sorry. Has that changed a lot with the recent publicity about, you're working with Boeing? Lockheed Martin, Boeing competitor, was attacked kind of famously in the last few weeks and didn't seem to do a really good job of responding in the ways that they were warned the attack would be coming. Has that publicity helped you sell more?
Absolutely. Every outage like that helps us, brings customers to us. Especially in the last 6 months, the demand has grown exponentially.
So you're focused on the enterprise side, but as IT becomes more consumerized, are you worried about competitors on the consumer side of things?
Well, the market is very big, so there are a lot of competitors, so it's a good sign because it's a huge market. But I think the consumer side is being addressed by many service providers who we are working with, and they will be providing our technology through private label solutions like ours to consumers.
All right. Jayaram Bhat, thanks so much for joining us, CEO of Zenprise. Looks like you're building a great business there.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us.